I will call this meeting to order, and I would ask anyone with pecuniary interest to declare either now or at the time to the agenda. Deputy Mayor.
Yes, I'm declaring conflict of interest on the Jericho Road next to our project.
Okay. So noted. I'll allow the clerk. Consent agenda. 5 items of correspondence there, and a recommendation to receive and file those items. Councillor Bonsfield, second by Councillor Russell. Any questions on any of those? All in favor? That's carried. Thank you. Clerk's report number 2. Applications for the Committee of Adjustment. There's a recommendation that they be received for information. Councillor Cook, second by Councillor McGuire. Any questions on any of those applications? All in favor? Carried. Thank you. And 4.1, our meeting, December 19th. The minutes of the meeting. There's a recommendation for accepted as presented. Councillor Cook, Councillor Underwood. Any questions on the minutes? All in favor? Carried. Thank you. We have a public meeting at 6:15, so we have a little bit of time. Should have a motion to adjust the agenda. Councillor Russell, Councillor Underwood. We've received item 6, carry on with the agenda and come back to this at 6:15. All in favor? That's carried. Correspondence. Physician Recruitment Task Force Financial Support. Move the recommendation. Receive and file. Second to Councillor Russell. Questions on that? Councillor Russell.
Yeah, Mr. Mayor, just I don't know through to who because he's not here to you. In the past, did we support your recruitment?
This is a large group for counties. Okay. All in favor of that? Carried. Thank you. 6.2. There's some extend the line of post in South Beach. And their recommendation is that we receive this and refer to staff for the report. Councillor Cook.
I'll make the recommendations.
Second by Councillor Bonsfield. Any questions on that? All in favor? Carried. Thank you. Item 7.1. The CAO report number 2. Related input for newsletter with interim tax billing. It's a recommendation there. Deputy Mayor Daddy.
I'm grateful that this is been put together. I just wonder if it does require a slight amendment so that there's no confusion in this letter. And when we look at the numbers, the comparison of plant to plant, there's actually a $9 million savings from the full build to the option that was selected by the councils. So yes, we have had to add $1.8 million on for pumping station 2, as well as 1.56 for past engineering costs. And yes, that does take it up to the $21 million, but pumping station 2 was not part of the earlier plan. So I just think that the letter should be tweaked so that people understand that it's not just a, not just a $5 million savings from plant to plant, it's actually a $9 million savings.
Councillor Cook.
I guess not to dispute the numbers. First, I'd like to thank the CAO for trying to make a silk perks out of the saw's ear. This is really an ugly mess to try to get into, put it into a letter format. You know, unless you have to head in the sand. We already know that there's a sewage treatment plant going in again then. So right now, I believe the letter is redundant until we actually get official numbers from the tankers from both sides to go forward. The only savings we know right now is that we're only paying 30% of the cost of PS2. That's the only savings that we can actually say we're actually getting. So until we move forward, I'd like to see this deferred until we get more numbers back, especially if you want to put numbers into a letter. But right now, there's nothing more than we can tell people that's we're building a plan. That's all I can say.
Councillor Monson.
Well, I agree with somewhat with Councillor Cook, but I don't know, and I through you, Mr. Mayor, to our CAO, I think in fairness to our CAO, there could have been some confusion to the intent of this letter. We put out a fact sheet, I believe, you would remember, 2012, technical fact sheet, and we distributed it to everybody. So I don't know whether the intent of a communication piece should be another fact sheet. And the numbers, I absolutely would not put any numbers in. I think what people need to hear and people need to know, to Councillor Cook's point, we have the letter. We have a letter that the people need to hear. It's called Minister Bradley's response. It's right here. There were 6 issues identified by the top authority or the top gun in this province on environment, and each one of those items, and I thank the requesters. I really do thank the people who put these bump ups in, because if they hadn't done that, the truth might never have surfaced. But the 6 issues that have been identified, Minister Bradley, at the end of his table, his summary of key issues, it's very simple. He just keeps saying, I am satisfied. I am satisfied. I am satisfied. It's a terrific vindication of this council. All the stuff that we have gone through since 2012, the personal attacks, the innuendo, the letters to aunts and uncles, has been unbelievable. This is a vindication that this council did something which they believe was in the best interest of the municipality. It may not have been what the previous council agreed to. That's the right of elected councils. They get to choose alternatives. So I think I'm very proud of what Mr. Bradley has said in this letter, because it absolutely shows that this council had the courage to tackle a very tough issue. It's there. And I think that's what needs to go out, so that if the special interest groups or the political types who want to continue to smear the work of this council want to use it, they can disagree with the minister. Because the minister on each one of these issues has said, you people did the right thing. You sized it right for your population. There are no leaking sewer, septic systems going to Lake Huron. You're not impacting Lake Huron. You're not impacting the environment. Everything you've done is bang on. It's in there. That's what I would like to see go out as an update. Leave the numbers. I agree with Councillor Cook. Leave the numbers until the numbers come in. We've had a discussion. You can put another piece out saying, here's what's happening with that. But in terms of the intent, I believe, of the Zone 3 group, and I would certainly agree with this, the people in this municipality need to hear the truth. This is the truth. We need to put this nonsense behind us and move forward. We have a deal. When we took office here in 2010, this thing had been on the books. I think it was first concocted in 2005. Then there was an amended plan in 2006. 2009 went to, I think, mediation, correct, Mr. Mayor, the OMB. 2010, there was an agreement with 3 municipalities. We came out of that into an election year. One municipality decided maybe it wasn't for them. The other one said, geez, maybe we're not in for the whole thing. This council, and I give full marks to the deputy mayor on this, in the working group, allowed Blue Water the dignity to change its mind, allowed South Huron to build trust again with this municipality and a bridge, and that work has completed a deal, which the Minister of the Environment says is the best deal for this municipality. So I think that's what needs to go out. And if people want to harangue about it and continue to play these silly political games, go for it. Take on the Minister of the Environment. We've been vindicated.
Okay. We don't have a motion on the floor yet.
I'll make the motion.
What is the motion?
The motion is that we redraft the letter to reflect the update that Minister Bradley put out in September 2013. Very simply, I think it would be